So my name is Rakesh. I represent a company called KBR. It's a US-based engineering company, and I'm responsible for marketing for our technology solutions globally. So when we are talking about green mobility, we are talking about all these sectors. I'm going to focus particularly on the top three: electric vehicles, green hydrogen, and sustainable fuels. Before I start my presentation, can I ask you a question? How many of you are driving an electric vehicle? Please raise your hand. Or have experienced driving an electric vehicle? Sure, thanks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It was like 10 people. Well, golf cart should not count because we are talking about driving it on road, but yeah, thank you. So we are talking about like around, let's say, 10 people out of 60 odd people present here. Roughly that represents the kind of electric vehicle penetration that we have in India. I'll ask one more question. Even in the ICE vehicles, we have got something called assisted driving. Take the simple case of cruise control that allows you to drive your car at a maximum certain speed. The next level, it allows you to apply brakes. It applies brakes whenever it identifies a vehicle in front of you, and then goes forward. Now what we call it as ADAS level 2, which is available in most of the cars. So how many of you have experienced driving a vehicle with ADAS level 2? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, something like this. This ADAS level 2 is going to become a de facto standard in almost all electric vehicles. If we talk about autonomous cars, the first name that comes on mind is Tesla, of course. Sure. Okay. So the first name that comes on top of our mind is Tesla. Tesla last week they have launched autonomous robo cars. In fact, last week they have also delivered their first driverless car to a customer from their plant. So from the plant, car was delivered to a customer driverless. So the point that I'm trying to make here is that these electric vehicles getting a higher penetration with features like ADAS. I mean, Maruti has just announced, Maruti is working on providing ADAS level features in almost all cars, right from Alto. Okay, Alto they have launched ADAS level 2 in Japan, not planned as of now, but they are going to launch in Swift, Desire, and Fronx, the other entry-level vehicles. There are several levels of driver assistance. We start with autopilot, ADAS level 2, enhanced autopilot, full self-driving mode. I mean, even the last mode is available in the US, not so much in other countries. Mahindra's car, all of you have seen the Mahindra's car 9E. It's electric vehicle. One thing that I would like to point out here is that the screen size available in these cars. Last time when I spoke, I gave this example. I would like to give this example once again. Most of the electric vehicles have got very big LCD screens, and that's one of the attraction points. It's getting to the level that next time when you have to change your electric vehicle, you are going to look at the LCD screen on your car and not any other feature. You are going to take for granted other features like ADAS level 2, autonomous driving, all these features will be there, and you are just going to look at LCD screens. Mahindra 9E car has got LCD screen side to side. Next level of cars, you are going to have LCD screens on the roof as well, almost on all the sides. Many of the cars available now has got backrest, headrest as LCD screens. Some of the cars, they don't have rear view mirrors, it's just LCD screen. So the next car that you are going to buy after Mahindra 9E, you are just going to compare how big is the LCD screen is. So cars are moving from electric vehicles to big LCD screens. Electric vehicles, I will not go across this slide. We are talking about rapid growth with sales surging, significant government support. That's driving adoption, and all these points are there. We are talking about, from batteries, let's move towards energy transition. Batteries are needed not only for electric vehicles, but for power storage and power transition. So battery storage in the power sector is the fastest growing energy technology. How fast is it going? I would like to give this example. This is one of my favorite examples. This is a news clipping from last year. There's a company called Sun Train. What they are planning to do is that produce electricity at one place, transfer the electricity to a nearest city for city grid. The thing here is that what they're talking about 120 wagons of battery. We are talking 120 wagons of battery, power gets, they charge those batteries, put it on, have the batteries like the car is, the entire train is just batteries, 120 wagons of battery. And if you talk about the capacity, I mean, the payload capacity is going to be like 1.15 gigawatt hour, which is sufficient to meet the needs of 120,000 ohms. So we are talking about batteries to that gigantic batteries that's going to power the entire city. And that's the kind of a skill that we are talking here. And of course, in many of the countries, they are also talking about battery power trains that's getting common, although that may not be needed in India because our lines are almost like 100%, very high percentage is already electrified, so we don't need battery power trains. But we need something more. We need hydrogen power trains. So if you're talking about electricity, just talk in terms of like pure energy. Energy either it goes to producing electricity or it goes to produce hydrogen, H2. And India is testing, it's a very high-powered hydrogen train. It's in trial since last month. It's on a 89-kilometer sector, and they plan to launch it on the Delhi-Kalka route. So when you think of energy, don't only think only in terms of electricity, but think in terms of hydrogen. And from hydrogen, we can talk in terms of hydrogen coming from any source, green source or gray source, or in between, or the green hydrogen. And this green hydrogen is needed for decarbonization and so on. I would like to skip quickly through this slide. In terms of renewable energy, everyone knows that China is leading it. The amount they are producing like something like 300, they are adding like 350 gigawatts in 2023, which is 2/3 of global deployment. So the kind of renewable energy that's being produced and deployed in China is far, far ahead of other countries. European Union is there. United States was there till last year. In 2025, under President Trump, the policies have changed, and the new policy is drill, baby, drill. They are moving towards fossil fuels. Anything to do with renewable energy or sustainability is taking a backstage. India is on the track. India is on the track to fulfill its committed obligations. Now again, coming back to hydrogen, when we are talking about hydrogen, we are talking about H2, hydrogen H2. Hydrogen is not the most efficient energy carrier. There are other options. We talk about ammonia NH3, three atoms of hydrogen. And this is a better energy carrier as compared to hydrogen for several reasons, including the fact that almost all the countries, since they produce fertilizers, they know how to transport, how to store ammonia. And storage of ammonia and transportation is cheaper than hydrogen, which is a very small molecule. And it's much safer than ammonia, than hydrogen. So ammonia is emerging as the de facto energy carrier at many places. For example, shipping sector. Many of the ships are moving from using moving fossil fuels to start moving ammonia. Start using ammonia as a fuel. So there are several, ammonia offers several advantages. It has got higher hydrogen content, ease of liquefaction, established production process, potential for green production, direct use as a fuel. I talked about shipping sector. Shipping sector has started using ammonia as a fuel instead of other forms of fossil fuels. Although, of course, there are some certain challenges as well, but it's everywhere. So with this now, I would like to move to my the other topic, which is, sorry. Can you please go back here? Go back, previous slide, previous. Yeah, here. From hydrogen, I would like to move to sustainable aviation fuel. That's another topic that's being debated globally. So according to IEA, aviation accounts for 2% of global energy-related CO2 emissions. Now, people wonder that we are talking about sustainable aviation fuel, but at the same time, we are talking about the CO2 emission that comes from there. It's very small percentage. If you multiply it with the fact that we are talking about 2% to 10% of SAF usage in the existing infrastructure, that again, that percentage becomes very small. So why we are talking about it? We are talking about SAF, sustainable aviation fuel, because people want to adopt it. Take the case of Emirates. Oh, okay. Take the case of Emirates airline, which is going to be one of the leading airlines that will start using SAF. Now, what's going to happen is that once they start using sustainable aviation fuel, they are in a position that they can command premium on the tickets, and people are willing to pay for it. That's how the aviation industry is going to sell it. So there is a need in the aviation sector to start using sustainable aviation fuel, not only for decarbonization, but also for these companies to do their brand image building. Now, SAF can be produced. There are several key process pathways. These are 5 important process pathways for production of SAF. The first one is from HEFA-based. That's the cheapest one, most widely adopted. The second one is Fischer-Tropsch, syngas to SAF. Third one is alcohol to jet, power to liquids, and there are other pathways. And of course, we can do co-processing. HEFA one is the cheapest one. That's that's available in most of the countries. People are going for it because it's cheap. ATJ, however, the disadvantage with HEFA is that the availability of feedstock. Alcohol to jet is primarily based from biomass. Feedstock availability is not a concern. The plant cost roughly between HEFA and ATJ 2 times. So if a plant built on HEFA process takes like $200 million, same plant, same capacity built on ATJ process will cost like $400 million. And if you go to Fischer-Tropsch process, that's again a different costing. With this now, I will come to what we offer from KBR. So KBR offers several energy transition technologies. We have talked about our hydrogen, green hydrogen, ammonia, SAF, and several other things that we offer today from our KBR portfolio. KBR is a US-based company and more than 100-year-old company in the energy sector. And we have got technology for ammonia refining, critical minerals, advanced recycling like plastic recycling or tire recycling, and so on. Globally, we talked about ammonia demand. Ammonia demand is going to grow at the base case level. It's like 1.5%. If you look at the accelerated transition, energy transition, it's like 3 to 4%. And on the higher side, it's going to be like 4 to 5%. These are figures from IEA and other sources. At KBR, we offer technology across a full sustainable hydrogen value chain. So we have got technologies for production of ammonia, for production of hydrogen. And then at the usage side, we offer ammonia cracking technology. So ammonia can be cracked back to hydrogen for usage as pure energy form. At KBR, we are proud to say that we have built the world's largest ammonia plants with a single converter with capacity of like 3,000 MTPD. We have built the most energy efficient ammonia plants with a consumption of 6.27 kcal per metric ton.
I would request if you can conclude. Yeah, thank you.
And I'll skip this one. And pure SAF, we have talked about pure SAF. So KBR offers this SAF technology, which was tested by US Air Force and the Swedish Air Force. And the SAF technology that we offer is 100% drop-in. That means SAF produced from these sources can be used as it is without any modification to the aircraft or anywhere. Yeah, with this I'll come to the end of my slides. Thank you so much.